maybe you come here, you have to be low profile. Okay. Well, anyway, why we want to make ourselves so simple in terms of the clothing? I think compared men and women are more particular in beautification, for beauty. They are inborn, actually. I heard that the business, if you want to do some business, the business related to women, more easy to make profit. Okay. Let's begin from the hairstyle. Then you go to all the antique, the decoration, right? Then you go to the necklace. Then the outfit, the clothes, and the shoe. So I heard that a woman, they have to, now maybe some men also included. Okay, after you buy a clothes, then you have to buy a shoe that can fit the clothes. Then maybe you have a handbag again, then the hairstyle. So business related to women is okay, you can get that profit. There's one shoe, the shop, the owner, the owner mentioned to me that the style, okay, about 60% is for women, because women need different fashion, different style. Then about just 20% only. Kids about 5%, and the rest include the rest. So in the simple way that for women, and also maybe nowadays the men, clothes and how to keep themselves beautiful sometimes can be an obstacle, especially if you intend for the long-term meditation. So we have to mention to you that clothes can be an obstacle for a woman if, let's say, you are so emphasized on beautiful, for the beauty. Okay. If let's say one day you really you feel that you're very attached to the clothes, shoe, or whatever, you can do something to make yourself not that attached to it. Maybe in the first place, if anybody can tell me that you can't sleep after you go to a shopping mall and notice a shoe or clothes which is so beautiful and you cannot sleep. Does it happen to you? Never. Maybe shy to admit also. But somebody, they get to admit to me, they say, oh, after shopping, I see the shoe, I can sleep. And he fly back, to the Malaysia already. But he said, it doesn't matter. So next day, I fly back again, I buy the shoe, I go back and I can sleep already. Well, it is still reasonable. I found that for normal people who cannot sleep with a shoe, because you compare with the gambling or alcoholic, I think maybe it's better. You attach to the shoe. But anyway, attachment is not that good. If let's say, the moment you die, you think about that. I got so many clothes, I got so many shoes, then how to settle it? Well, we have a procedure that helps you. The procedure in Pali, we so-called is a kapiya system. Let's you have a look. Okay. Kapiya. It's a so-called kapiya system. Okay. What does it mean, kapiya system? It's something like a so-called trustee system. In the first place, okay, you have to look for somebody who could be entrusted. Okay, for example, Joanne, you've got so many clothes. Okay, you start want to encounter attachment, so you will appoint me as a trustee. So you mentioned to me that all my clothes belongs to you from today onwards. But ownership belongs to you, but I have the right to use it. Okay, you mentally you have to mention this, and you have to look somebody. So every time, once you got a new clothes or got a new shoes, and you will tell me, you say, oh, this is a new shoe, new clothes, it belongs to you, but I have the right to use. Okay, this is the procedure. It works. You really can encounter the attachment. The reason is attachment comes from the ownership, is to come from the using of it. Let's take a look to the the auto teller in the bank. The teller, the cashier in the bank. You see, the teller calculate the money every day, but she never happy, because the money doesn't belong to her. Right or not? You see, when you calculate the money, you won't be happy. I think you're happy if the money all belongs to you, but you feel nothing for the cash. It's the same. One thing doesn't belong to you, your attachment is getting lesser. That's what we do. The concept is same if you adopt in the view. Once you have already made the view, if let's say the last, like the critical moment come, I think you can let go easily because you already 已經講好咗咩點樣俾邊個咩俾邊個做咩咁樣you can settle down. So you're encouraged to do a view as part of the cultivation also. Okay, you get the point? So this is so-called the being system. But of course, let's say you tell me what monks do, but women, I mean, if nowadays you do so, you tell me that okay, all the things belongs to you, then I think you'll go to sell everything. So you can't say anything. You say all the thing belongs to you, then you can't say anything. Well, anyway, you must look for somebody who is playful to you. Okay, he will really take good care, but you understand that the things ownership doesn't belong to me. If you go to the deeper, if you think deeper, actually the body also doesn't belong to us. We don't have the ownership, but we just use it. There's so many proof that the body doesn't belong to us. We want healthy. We want it to be healthy all the time, but it doesn't happen. Want to sick, it will sick. It's by itself. It doesn't really follow our wish under our control. But understand all this. You will feel more. You will feel more easy if let's say one thing happened to you. So understand that what we are trying to share with all of you is if one day the thing goes with you are expected since you have already some preparation for yourself, you wouldn't be you will undergo drama. Okay. So this is talk about the clothing now. Any questions? No much problem. Yes. Yes, that's true. Okay. Oh, no problem. Because in May, you look for other trustees. No. May we look for other people to entrust the whole thing, so he will be less passionate. Psychological actually. Yeah. Okay. Besides that, please bear in mind that not everybody attached to clothes. You have to look for somebody who is not attached to the clothes to entrust him, right? Not. This is the reason why some monks actually they entrust the money to somebody. But we have to look for the well-to-do people, very rich people, because the people very rich, your money just little thing only. But if you look for somebody who is so poor, wow, the money they say, once they see the money, they start to greedy, they run away with money. This is quite common, happen in Theravada Buddhism. Okay, because you look for wrong people to entrust him. Okay, so at least no much worry. Okay, look for the appropriate people to entrust the thing. Okay, so talk about the good question. Anyway, now we go to the right livelihood. Please spread it out. Okay, what is right?
What is right livelihood? Livelihood is the effect of activity. Whether right is a way or one has to make a living. Of giving all of life, good knowledge and transformation is all right. Living of purpose from life, taking the memory of Christ for birth, for which they embody and occupation should not only be implemented as secular law, but also be in accord with the Buddha Dharma. Cultivation is fulfilling, fulfilling, hunting, stealing, sexual misconduct, prostitution, operation, lying, or abuse, the incompetent, making wine, operating life, do not accord with the precepts of the Buddha Dharma. They are not upright occupations, and they obstruct the benefits of the Buddha Dharma.
Please copy down the character in red color. The definition of Buddhist, not just only taking refuge, but also include right livelihood. One day we work for 8 hours. If let's say the job you are doing is not a right livelihood, meaning to say that one day you are doing 8 hours of the bad karma. How can you admit that I'm a Buddhist, but every day, 8 hours per day, I'm doing bad karma, right? 所以我哋咁樣講係咪？right livelihood 係咪好緊要重要？Let's take a look. Livelihood is the process of making a living, okay? Legally obtaining of all the life necessities such as clothing, food, lodging, and transportation is called right livelihood. Okay, legally obtained in the in the eye of the Constitution, so-called, which is legal. Okay, having a proper economic life is very important since the majority of crimes are caused by an improper economic livelihood. Okay, well, you see, it could some occupation based on killing, slaughtering, hunting. Okay, 其實我已經全部 Malaysia I've already go through a dharma talk. Actually, some layman organization, I mean, the business, they really is a slaughter. In Syria, in Sarawak, I met the king of the pig. He said, I got about 2,000 to 3,000 pigs to kill, Pastor, he mentioned to me. Then I also met a king of the chicken. He said, I got 20 to 30 million chicken, and every day I have a slaughter of more than million chickens, more than 1,000 chickens. Okay, if that's the case, what to do? For example, you go to the Samatha. Okay. Well, this Samatha, Kuala Samatha. You see, everybody is a fisherman, right? But let's say they invite us to go to give a dharma talk. So can we talk about killing? Shall I talk about killing? It seems you're going to stone everybody, right? Because everybody come out there, the fishermen, and talk about no killing. Okay, so how 我哋應該點樣 handle 應該點樣講俾個好 I think here that not everybody have a right livelihood. So 冇咩好講啦 But if you encounter this type of people, firstly, we won't just simply ask people to change their occupation, especially their whole life depends on it. Usually, maybe我哋可以咁樣 make assumption 啦，If let's say the occupation to start less than 3 years, I think the tendency to change occupation is there because the livelihood not so muchly depends on the occupation. But if let's say already after 3 years, 5 years, 10 years already, 有一擺咪有個 beer the general manager come to the temple and the dharma I said, how long you become a manager? He said, oh, I almost tired, 5 more years to retire. I said, you better continue it. So after you continue it, you finish, then you do the repentance, do more chanting to clear the karma. So, 所以係咪我哋 usually 係咪 have to change gradually? 所以係咪 in order to avoid 呢啲咁嘅 dilemma, it's the best to educate people during the university level, during the study university. When they understand it, they will avoid the occupation. They can choose the right one. 好過係咪 after 5 years, 10 years, then realize, oh, this is wrong already. Then 做又係唔係，唔做又唔係。我哋有Dharma friend 係咪 they are the owner of the restaurant. Okay, usually Chinese they prefer a Sunday. They say quite hard to avoid killing it, but they try to avoid the species of the animals. They try to reduce it. Maybe they want to kill the prawn, the crab, but maybe fish is still quite difficult. So I asked them maybe they can do some chanting, especially the mantra every day, so that the karma can be reduced, can be repent. If let's say in a restaurant, okay, you go to order a fish, you say, oh, I want to eat that fish. Okay, who is still alive the fish? That is quite worse because the animal died for you. Okay, so try to avoid. Okay, but if let's say they really go to kill, you think the karma go to the slaughter, or the restaurant your mawang, the so-called slaughter mawang. The job is just kill all the animal. So you think that the karma go to mawang or go to the boss, to the owner of the restaurant? You think where it go? Both. Who is more heavy, you think? The owner. How about the rest? Some say slaughter. You think genie quite pure? Actually, it's the owner. It's the owner. Owner carries the heaviest karma because he's the one to decide everything. I mean, how much to kill, the way to kill all this is the boss can decide the whole thing. So you try to avoid. So when the Buddhist before run a business, they call us. I got steakhouse, but we want to killing supplier, want to supply us, or young for the prawns, crab, or run a plantation, how to sell. 即係中游亦即 compare which one is better, you give advice. Sure, you do some how to say plantation, some plantation, the karma is less to how to say 用語 compare. Okay, so get the point. So from today onwards, avoid good restaurant and order it. Please avoid that because the karma when it comes back, usually in terms of maybe cancer, and your life will be shortened. What we do now, the conservation, they used to liberate all the animals. The reason is through the liberation, the karma will prolong the life. Okay, so this is the one in what killing. Okay, the stealing. Nowadays, I mean the stealing maybe everything in internet. Okay, internet stealing. Sexual misconduct, prostitution, border operation. All I think is already in WhatsApp, the border operation. Okay, lying, con artistry, lying. I think lying maybe not involved, but it's the Macau scam. Okay, and maybe the 愛情包裹, you call it what? Living parcel. They use the word living parcel. parcel, okay? They go to talk to the woman, and then they gain the trust from the woman. They say, oh, I want to give it. It's a scam actually. It's still a scam. Why you wear spectacle in this way? You're using your mouth to wear the spectacle. I should take a picture for you and upload to Facebook. Okay, so this is the, then one more is the intoxicant, yes. Okay, very good. Now I think we better go to some realistic scenario. First, about the tax, tax evasion, or we say run away from the tax. You don't fully pay tax, okay? And then you something you said, you go to photocopy, okay? Copy and paste, maybe a video, video clips, maybe some music, how to say, the audio clips, and the books. Okay, well, let's talk about the copyright. Well, in copyright, once we talk, you go on copyright, first of all, the Copyright Act. We have a Copyright Act. In Copyright Act, we mentioned that the definition of the copyright, the definition of stealing. Okay. First of all, there is a terminology you have to be take careful. You have to take note. Is the fair use. Fair use. Fair use meaning to say that you can use certain part of the product of somebody without asking the permission, which is so-called fair use. Okay. For example, a book. If let's say you photocopy 1/3 of it in Taiwan Copyright Act, if you just photocopy 1/3, you are considered as fair use. You are not infringing any Copyright Act. Okay, so it's your fair use. Secondly, if you use it for non-profitable purpose, also will be in the fair use category. Okay, it will be the fair use. But I think maybe, can anybody tell me why we want to protect the Copyright Act? The purpose is what? You see, if let's say one day you are author, you wrote a book, okay, then the book has been published for 1,000 copies. Now you are waiting to sell it off and then make some living. But now you and everybody just photocopy. So it will end up that the author, the publisher, and even the bookshop, the whole chain of the publication business cannot survive. So this is the reason of the Copyright Act, just to make them survive. Okay. So actually in Malaysia, I think maybe the enforcement to catch the copyright not that strict compared with the Europe and USA. But we just understand why we want to follow the act. Of course, I'm strict to but no, there is a fair use. So you can check Copyright Act. Fair use, you must be in the category of fair use, because we have to do something. What we do as a senior, all the junior, they will follow. When everybody do the same thing, it will become a culture. In Malaysia, I think maybe in Asian country, what the young author, artists also cannot survive. The reason is we don't have very strong Copyright Act concept. So usually, you got the author, all the artists, they just can do part-time only. They must have a real business to survive. All the rest just don't allow it to part-time, because our consciousness to protect the copyright not that strong. So to cut and paste certain parts, you have to. If let's say if you use it without any commercial purpose, that will be fine. If with commercial purpose, you have to cut the references. Cut the references. You have to indicate where you copy from, because it doesn't belong to you. If you don't cut, the people may think it comes from you. So this is the所以我哋點解講cut reference 就係咁樣樣。People will Okay, so this is the first thing. Well, nowadays, maybe if you talk about you go to watch the illegal movie or illegal music, I think not much problem. The way I see iFlix or Netflix, it's just $10 1 month, thousands movie and let you watch. And Spotify, you can just buy one. How to say? I think 1 month you can hear for 1 month, $1 per month. Wow, so cheap. So there's no way we go to download it illegal. Everything can go in. Everything can be legalized, and the thing goes cheap also. Okay, so this is what we try to do. Okay, any question about this? There's one more thing I think maybe we talk about the tax. Generally, Buddhism, of course, we have to fully pay the tax. Now the new government already take over. I think they will run it very good. They will manage the fund so nicely. So I think no excuse to to run away. Yeah. Actually, previously, really is a contradiction. Because let's say they don't properly run the money. You go to pay, you feel not that well issue. But as a monk, we can't say that. Please don't pay so much. We can't say that. We have to say that you have to really pay it. But actually, the government they don't run it so good. But now I think I really have a great hope. So the final year audit report must have a good report for us. They always say that misuse, 買貴咗啊，千萬啊，過億啊，oh, don't do that. We feel good also because we pay for that. Okay. So this is in the real life situation. Okay. Then we go to see lying, intoxicants, making wine, operating bars. All this is do not accord with the precept of the Buddha Dharma. Okay. So this is the right livelihood. Okay. So next time, if let's say some new beginner or new people come to learn, sometimes we'll teach. When people disclose they are not right people, please don't watch him shockingly. Don't do that. We will give them pressure. Just be normal, be understand. So you got opportunity, try to understand whether he can change the occupation or not, or just change gradually. Okay. So here I think everybody with the right livelihood, right? So we're proud to it. 我其實係喺舊排咪有遇過一啲Buddhist 係咪做唔到正行？做正行都揾唔到食喎，一直係撈偏門喎。佢講佢嗰度碌學3年咯。睇相睇張貴人講，你一直係撈偏門你做正行揾唔到食啦。Got this type of people, if past life karma they create, so make them cannot survive with the right livelihood. So you have to be appreciated. So thankful I can survive with the right livelihood. Okay. Now we go to 3.3. It's living in the leisure and the quiet place. Leisure means yes, so there's a tree place which is not busy and not and also quiet. So firstly is the jungle. I think nowadays quite hard to get a jungle. Maybe go to Jandabai. Jandabai look like still like a jungle, right? But with a good facility. Okay, so you can aim for a place. Okay, Jandabai for the long-term meditation. Secondly is the Aranya, 3 to 4 miles away from the community. I think even though in early Buddhist temple, we are still a good place for meditation. Well, the way I see, not that noisy, and also the basic necessity is accessible. So, well, you can bring the mosquito repellent. Well, you can sit on the mosquito net. But now that we mentioned the jungle, maybe the modern jungle like a Jandabai, all the facilities there already, and you'll be very quiet. Okay, jungle itself has healing power because for the pure negative, air. So once you go to the jungle, immediately you feel calm and you can get a better meditative quality. As you all mentioned that you meditate here, the quality of your meditating here is better than your house, just because the atmosphere and the energy. This is Aranya. Okay, this is the name of the Buddhist terminology. This is the Sankarama, who is away from layman. Oh, okay. Sorry. It means no harm. It talk about the man. How to say? It explains to the monk. Actually, these are the notes. It's written by Zhizi Dashi, who is in the Tang Dynasty. He wrote to his brother about the meditation. So he had to explain to his brother that you have to avoid from the layman, because usually laymen, if they don't learn the dharma, there will be a lot of gossip. So he mentioned to his brother. Okay, so get the point. So this is so-called living in leisure and quiet place. But for you, I think every day, I think this place is quiet with a condition, without handphone. If let's say you go to the handphone now, and you go to the jungle with a handphone, when you open the Facebook and WhatsApp, I think there is no more quiet already. Okay, also handphone, I think nowadays is a culprit. So next time you come here, just bury your handphone before you come. I bury for you. Bury for you. Then you will get the peace, tranquility. After we talk about the living in leisure and quiet place, we go to now 3.4. We continue with top outer courses and businesses. Okay, please. Yes, please highlight the point. Okay, remember this top outer courses and business referring to long-term meditation, not a short-term. Okay, referring to long-term meditation. Okay. If let's say you come to join a Buddhist temple for 1 day retreat, you have to stop the occupation. Sorry, I may. Here we run a 1 day retreat. We will keep your handphone. We will keep you. Don't let you stop using the handphone. Because you keep on with the business by handphone, your mind cannot stop. You see, jeopardize the mental development. The same, if let's say you go to some temple for 3 days, 7 days, 1 month, they will keep for you for 1 month. You have to do a proper arrangement. You don't end up after the meditation, a lot of joy, but all your business is gone already. You have to do a proper arrangement for that. Especially for long-term one. I think maybe Leong age and Leong wife and also Alice's mother, Anna, quite suitable for long-term meditation if you all prepare. But also provided you have a good retiring planning. Have a good retirement planning, then you go for 1 year, 2 year retreat. And before you die, you are in a good mental state. That is important. You are mindful, you are in the jhana the moment you die. That will be, your next life destination is determined by yourself, but you have to work hard for it. What you do now, you try the rules and regulations behind the universe. Then you make full use of it, and you can make a destination in your next life by knowing all the knowledge. Okay? Yes. Who want to learn from Zuma? Who? The people. Oh, that is so. Oh, I see. Okay. Learn from Mahadi for what? To regain the power. A lot of challenge. But I think plan for next life still reasonable. If let's say in your old age, I still involve a lot of politicians, a lot of a lot of 咁多嗰啲點樣講啊？講到是是非非啊！ I worry at the moment you die, you cannot in peace. In Indian, they categorize the life in 4 stages. Okay, the stages is the learning stages from age 0 to about age 18. They will just learn Upanishad. Okay, they will learn Ayurveda, everything in Indian. Second stage will be 18 to 45. That's the so-called marriage stage. You will marry and you will run some business. Okay, but then I think this stage 係咪你會睇到最多嘢嘅？ After 55, about 55 or 60 years old, is the stage with so-called Brahmanism stages, which means you will separate from your spouse, you go to the jungle and start to meditate. After this stage, it's so-called Brahmacharya period. The finest one is the wandering period. Since you already have some attainment in cultivation, you can wander around and give a lecture. You see how they segregate the life to the 4 periods, which is a very good idea. Meaning to say that you have to know what period you are now. You do what you're supposed to do in that particular period, so you will mix up by yourself. I think most of you now is in the second period, so you just play your roles fully and just fulfill obligation as a husband and wife, as a father, as a mother, father. You get all the experience now. But after this 55 to 60, should go to the third stage, more on spiritual and cultivation. I think it is logic. Okay. But of course, some that mess up, some that learn the religions quite early age. So in the second stage, they put a lot of time in religion and end up that the obligation as a mother, father, or son, they don't do that well. So they mess up the thing. Just do accordingly to the period. I think it's the best. Okay. Learning period. Second is the marriage period. The third one is the Brahmacharya period, and the fourth one is the wandering period. Indians adopt this for more than thousands of years already. If you can talk to Indians, maybe the modern ones I think the modern Indian maybe they forget about it, but maybe the old age they still have this type of thinking in their mind. Okay, so do you plan for it, Leon and Anna? Plan for it. It's time for you to plan for it. You will here. Okay. But they are more younger, they're still here. So meaning to say that you fundamentally prepare first. Okay, so you know what to do. If you don't plan for it, I think maybe in young age, they used to travel. Just travel many places and eat and just 吹水I go to the coffee shop, keep on 吹水. Yeah, because nothing to do after retirement, so free, you see. And then now the 14th general election, it's the best, got something to talk, Actually, they just want something to talk to kill the time, you see. But if you learn dharma, I think more proper. I mean, have a proper channel to kill your time. Okay? More beneficial, less karma. Because one election, a lot of anger, a lot of bad karma comes, you see. But if you come back to it, I think more good karma created. Okay, so this is the stop occupation, then stop socializing. Yes, so since you haven't been kept, you cannot socialize. Okay, third, stop learning skills. Now I think everybody learn from apps. The apps is from Google Play. So once the handphone, no more, you can't learn anything. Okay, stop academically pursuit, including Dharma learning. Once you do the long-term meditation, you go to study the Dharma. You try to analyze it and think about it. It also becomes, it will jeopardize the mental development too. Okay. So this is the resultant active mind from the above courses. Yes, would you like to try? We have a one-day retreat in June 9. I mean, it's how to say, it's in Saturday. Would you like to try an environment without all the outer courses? I can register for you now. Okay, well, it seems the face shows that not that enthusiastic yet. Okay, maybe try the 2 hours first. When you pick up, you enjoy, then you further go to the 8 hour, then not that suffering. Okay. Actually, do you do meditation in your house or not? The one who do once a while, please raise your hand. Once a while. 4 people, irregular basic. Who in the more regular basic? Raise your hand. More regular basic. Okay, 3 of you. Okay, regular basic. Okay. You want to try 1 day retreat? 1 day retreat. 8 hours. Not yet, no. Scared, no. 8 hours. Okay. Well, you can experience all this when you are in 1 day retreat. Because now we always with a handphone, you still cannot really understand what does it mean, all this stop-outed process yet. Okay. 3.5, we close to the Kayana Mitata. Okay, there are 3. Please write it out.
There are 3. To have food and ensure the environment is conducive for meditation without any disturbance. Practice together and mutually encourage each other without any disturbance.
Please highlight the point. Or 2 of you share one pen. Now no more GST already, please buy more. If you come for 1 day retreat or 3 day retreat, we will provide you food. Cooking is something quite disturbing. I think you all sometimes will be able to know what to cook. Or you just dabao and actually no more cooking really. I still cook, but sometimes we have to think really. We have to plan for it. All this is considered a disturbance. So if you come, we provide you the food. We've got assistant provide you the food and ensure the environment is conducive. So we make sure that there's no more noisy from postman or the cleaner outside. We ask them to please be quiet. Yes. Yeah, you can stop wherever you want to stop. I continue again. Then we teach you many methods so that you can really relax within this 8 hours. We don't aim for you to sleep for 8 hours. No, not that possible. We haven't reached that stage yet, but just let you feel the tranquility within the 8 hours. You have to be mindful during eating, taking a shower. You can even go out for strolling, all is okay. But just we keep you the handphone with me. Okay. I think not difficult to kill 8 hours. If let's say, then we have a lot of coffee and biscuits for you. You just eat mindfully. You eat mindfully. Whole day in a mindful. And you can sleep, you know. You just lie down. We give you a place, you can just sleep. But mindfully. Not. When the next one? After June, there will be, I think, September. Okay. So the June, you not here. Okay. So including Jimmy, okay. Don't miss it. Okay. Secondly, is the colleague. Colleague is important. Okay. Sometimes if somebody lazy, just call. Hey, why you don't come? Why you miss the class? So the colleague is important. Okay. The third one is Acharya. Acharya is the teacher. I'm the teacher, so I will take the responsibility to tell you the procedure, everything. There must be this Kayana Mitata in 3 aspects: assistant, colleague, and acharya. I think same in the school studying in school quite same. You must have these 3 people to help you. Okay. Number 4, condemn desire and abandon interest. Okay. Among the desires. Okay, please highlight the point. I think we are about to finish. Jasmine, how many classes we have gone through? 6 already, half already. Are you waiting? Are you so eagerly waiting to? Before the part 4, all is about the external cause. We do meditate well. We think about there must be some factor. Just stop talking, stop socializing, stop doing the business. But now, condemned desire is the internal cause. We will try to control the internal cause so that we can meditate well. Okay. Let's take a look. Among the desire and the unwholesome, the one should stay away from are the 5 desire and the 5 hindrances. This is the 2 things, 5 hindrances and 5 desire. These 2 things, actually, they are rooted in our mind. Okay, we have to understand it now. Okay, 5 desire are the desire for appealing visible form, sound, audio, taste, and tangible thing. Well, normally this is where the source of the attachment we will attach through seeing something, hearing something, and touching something. This is where we start our attachment. Okay. Those who practice meditation have to collect the mind inwardly, so they have to stay away from this desire. Yes, you have to stay away, especially something you are so attached to. I think it depends on individual. Some very attached to the food. I heard that some friend mentioned to me, they fly to Hong Kong just to eat the siu lau, siu gai, then they fly back. Oh, because they're so attached to it. But of course they got time, I also got money, so they can do so. Okay, some may be attached to King Muzang, durian King Muzang, right? Okay, some people very attached to durian, all right? Some may be attached to the tea, right? Chinese tea, wow, they like it so much. I think they like it so much. Crazily. Okay, well, it depends on. Well, so I think sometimes the attachment, a very mild one, is still reasonable. Now we talk about the serious one. If let's say, if you miss a cup of food until you cannot sleep, I think it's a little bit serious. You need to say that you have to do some correct over it. But normally it will be fine. You will know that where is the source of the attachment is from the 5 organs here, 5 doors here, are 5 senses, and the 5 senses will attach over the 5 dust, so called. The sound, the color, the sound, all these things is considered 5 dust. And also some people, they like the music so much. They're so particular to the music. So I know who loves music so much. Sometimes after listening to the music will lingering in the mind for a few days. Does it happen to you? No, just 1 day or 2 days. Even though 1 day, less than 1 day. Really cannot stop it. So the whole 7 days, they just keep on repeat listening to the music. It can happen. All right. Okay. Okay. Then some is a tangible thing. Generally, men and women are quite different. Usually, men I think men they don't like the clothes, the shoe, but men we prefer more is the car, the high-fi system. I think some men they prefer change the car because especially once they touch the car, they feel the car, they like it so much. And according to the Dharma, it mentioned that amongst all the organs, the body is the greatest attachment. Stronger attachment is from our body because touching is a stronger attachment compared with you see things, hear things, and smell the thing. Okay, for example, if let's say you go to buy a cloth without opportunity to try, you think we will buy the cloth without opportunity to try, or after trying you feel better. The willingness to buy will increase if you can try and wear on it, right? So that's why the body, the sensation is so strong. And also, let's say you want to buy the car, you must try first. Okay, so it's quite same. But just the men and women different, so the attachment will be different. Okay. The other side. Yes. Oh, no. It's the touching. Actually, it is explained in Abhidhamma. But of course, sometimes also depend on individual. The reason the touching is once we touch something, the contact is between the four elements to the four elements. But seeing something, not exactly. When you see something, it's the contact between the four elements and also the four created elements. It's not directly between the four elements and four elements. When about the Abhidhamma, I can show you the good thing. You may feel the sight is very strong. Sometimes the experience is very personal. Okay, I will let you know. Then one day we'll go further and to see how about it. Okay, they should not be confused by the momentary satisfaction that pleasure afford, but should realize their faulty appearance and use various theory and fact to degrade them. Generally, people they are tempted. They are tempted. They are tempted because of the momentary satisfaction, the pleasure, the joy of it. 所以我哋會先講個行卡合作好似 for example the gambler why they prefer gambling so much because the sense of the pleasure there, excitement there. Okay. I think nowadays the criminal I mentioned before that men and women quite different due to the brain system is quite different. So the criminal they know how to hunt their target. For example, you heard about that nowadays in internet maybe a woman will go to invite a man to have a talk nakedly and then record down. Heard about that? You notice that generally men are the culprit. No. Men are victims. If you talk about the Macau scam, we talk about the loving parcel, usually woman is the victims. Because a woman is enough to listening, honey, darling, and then they will bubble already. Yeah, but men no. You talk about men, honey, darling, and then men doesn't bother. Men want to see the thing. This is this is the different brain system. It's caused by the different brain system. The criminal, they're very smart. But we have to understand so that we can protect ourselves. Okay. If you go to read the book, it's so-called this one, 脑逆乾坤. Okay, this is the translation. Let's see, the brain sex. Okay, you can get a book, brain sex. I think it will be quite helpful to you. After reading the book, you will understand why the difference between men and women and the difference mostly because of the brain structure. The brain structure already determines you are the man or you are the woman, and how you behave. Okay, so this is the brain sex. You can go through more about this. Okay. And here it mentioned that if let's say one day we have been tempted by the momentary satisfaction, we have to see the thought about it. The good analogy is the honey on the blade. Am I right? Blade. Blade. The honey on the blade. If you try to how to eat the honey on the blade, sure you will get hurt. And this is a very good way to avoid alarms. I think, including the bribery. You take corruption. Okay. Let's see And what criminal so obviously involve a momentary satisfaction? When you take the bribery, okay, then what else? China door. What's China door? Oh, okay. Chinese door. Somebody like me. Okay. They call China door. Okay. Yeah. So this is really a momentary satisfaction. Okay. I think gambling also, and alcohol also. All will involve. Generally, usually the criminal must involve some pleasure, and the pleasure you can't resist over it. But how to avoid it? One thing is meditation, because actually meditation is create another pleasure for you, but the pleasure is more refined and better quality, and you don't want this type of pleasure from the fine desire. Well, we can understand it easily by the analogy. Okay, if let's say here we got a variety of durian. Okay, T12, okay, T24, Hong Ha, then durian tempatan and Musang King. Which one you should eat first? Which should be the last? No, one Musang King. Kampung first. Secondly, you see. Yes. Why must from the low grade to the high grade? Right. I think it is proper. I think you put it in the proper way. If you eat the Musang King, the best one, I think you don't want to eat the low grade. This is what happened to us. You drink the tea also same. You must start starting from the new tea, then gradually to the old tea. Okay, eat durian also the same. All the same. I think you eat ice cream. If you after long time you taste the basket robin, you don't want magnolia and Nestle already. Your favorite Okay, you should temper him with more basket robin. Then you will forget you don't want the magnolia. This is how people the goals including coffee, everything. There must be stages by stages. Same if you go to experience to meditate, the joy of the meditation, the five desire not that attractive to you. This is how we encourage people to do meditation. Let's take a look here. Only in this way, one will not take the appearance as pure and wonderful. This is the point. Why we are tempted? In order to tempt somebody, you must show the pure and the wonderful on certain things. For example, a piece of clothes. You see, if you go to the shopping mall, okay, the fashion show, the clothes by how to say, 我哋睇到未？佢有 spotlight 照住佢係咪？then decor 到好靚咁樣啊。Especially I think for women 係咪睇到咁嘅嘢係咪？佢會更記得，佢會 have tendency 會有個 desire to buy because 係咪？佢嘅 beautiful have been highlighted and all the 壞處係咪？all the defect have been hidden. So this is how we want to tempt somebody. Tempt somebody. This is how we tempt somebody, including men and women also. I think during the Pak Tower, you will do a lot of cosmetic, right? You will hide all the defects. Then you will highlight all the beautiful, right? You will also including a habit, okay, so that you can tempted to each other. This is what the tactic we run in our desire world. Okay, now we go to among the 5 desires. Okay.
Among the 5 desires, the sexual desire is the most serious. This is primarily a desire for anticipating how many people on this thousand people define exact sexual desire moves between the representative and the law. But one is still reluctant to receive of me. Such a case is opposite of communication. So, even by the way we think, it is not establish expectations and perform their sexual desire.
It's quite right. I think we already mentioned this in the precept number 3 previously. Okay. Okay, we go to number 1, abandoning greed. Okay. Please write down this is the tendency for the couple to share some stationery, not because of GST. So meaning to say that if they share certain things, they must be the couple. Okay, please read it out. Okay, greed.
really, the third covers all degrees of selfish desire, money and passion and thinking, with characteristics expressing an object. The function is making and being faithful to our parents. It is many better than the non-giving up. It is ultimate of including ignorance in things that lead to knowledge.
Okay. I will explain it after watching a video clip. Okay. because no sound. Yes, that's true. Okay, I forgot to open the sound. Okay, do you have experience that? For example, okay, you are missing certain food. You're missing ice cream. Okay, okay. You go and buy, and you try to eat, but the thing is not as good as you imagine. Do you have this type of experience? You know what? Yeah, I think you have fantasized the previous experience. Usually, when we get joy through one experience, sometimes when you keep on missing it, you will fantasize it. You fantasize it and exaggerate it. And then in reality, you want to experience again the same event, but finally you found that it's a different already. Meaning to say that our brains always cheat ourselves. Just always bear in mind. 你不觉得是真的吗？我们大脑常常骗自己的还是自己骗自己很多时候we exaggerate the thing. Okay, it's proximate cause is seeing enjoyment in things that lead to bondage. Like the girl, just now the girl, her enjoyment is come from buying things. You think it's a buying process or is the clothes itself? Yeah, just the buying process. Oh, yeah. And then you see, just now the girl, after the shopping, she had the sales skill, right? It shows what? Sometimes, once you buy something, you get the recognition from the sales skill. The sales skill help you also get the joy. So it means that the whole process, I think the supermarket, they are very smart. They plot the strategy, have a good atmosphere, good music, and the good shopkeeper, everything. They just track we all. Okay. But I think it depends on the age. In our age, I think it's not easy to be trapped. Maybe Jasmine age still a little bit easy to be trapped, right? It depends on the age. Because too old to be trapped, maybe the girl, they're still young, so they're easily to be trapped by all these things. Okay, all right, not all. And one more thing is你唔中意靚，咁你就有個 weakness 喺嗰度啦。Okay, okay. So this is abandoning greed. Okay. So that's for our class today. So we will continue with the hatred, sloth and torpor, worry and restlessness, so on. All this actually is come from our heart. You have to understand it. One day you can tackle it. Sorry, one more thing I forget. Let me explain this. Bonus contemplation. Bonus contemplation is a method to help you to get away from the greed. How to get away from the greed? You see, why just now the girl like the clothes so much? It's because the beautiful have been magnified by the window shopping experience. Right? If let's say you don't want to fall into the trap, the one thing is you see the disadvantage of it. You keep on pinpoint the mistake. Then immediately the feeling of the joy will go up. Do you have the experience? Let's say, okay, it's the same like you drink the tea, okay, you like the tea so much. If let's say I keep on pinpoint the mistake, and you are not stuck, and you are not you are not persistent enough, you'll be influenced by me. You believe that the tea really there's so many disadvantages. Finally, you don't feel it is good already. Actually, the thing's still the same, just because your perception has been changed by me. And you yourself, you want to see the bad about it, then you won't be attached to it anymore. 所以係咪好似嗰啲細路女係咪 they have an idol, right? They prefer Korean star or Japanese star. You see, all these stars, how come 佢哋會見到嗰啲妹妹仔咁中意？It's because of packaging. They always magnify the good point. Maybe through advertisement or whatever, the show. They just see all the good things. If let's say they got some bad habit, maybe 佢哋中意挖鼻哥挖耳仔you never see all this, right? Because all this will just spoil the image. It will spoil the image, and the greed will gone because they see all the disadvantage, the bad things. Okay. So if one day you really have a greed in your mind, you want to ignore it, you just keep on to see the bad thing for it, then your greed will gone. But you have to determine for it. This is the tactic I tell you lah. You will indulge it because you see the beautiful. Oh, okay. You prefer the coffee so much, right? If that's the case, you have to see the disadvantage of the coffee. You have to find out the disadvantage, how bad it can jeopardize your health. Always go for the not so good coffee. You mean the 3-in-1? Let's whatever. Not. Maybe. This is a skill. You look for some substitution. How about you drink cocoa? I use cocoa to substitute it. You love everything. Okay. So this is some skills we can use it. Okay. So let's transfer the memory.